Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's the late show. I made it back finally. Ugh, I had to go out for a meeting and then I raced back here pretty quickly. I'm just checking out something here. Okay, that's okay. My friend, love is a four-letter word, is concerned about public transport apparently. 8 tips for riding alone. I think she's saying for women riding alone. Hey, Shad Hunter, how are you? I hate mornings, Laura T. Good to see you all. Let me just load up our stories. There's a big trial going on down here about who knows. It's about people who take their positions too far. All right, here we go. Story out of Australia, actually. Ex-Catholic priest and pedophile Jared Ridsdale facing scores more historical sex charges. Notorious pedophile Gerald, now 89 and in jail, has been hit with another 62 charges, including sexual penetration of a person aged between 10 and 16. Here's a photo of him from 1993, along with the Cardinal Pell, who was he was actually I think our only cardinal that ever made it to Rome from Australia, and he ended up getting accused of sexual abuse and all sorts of things. But it says here the 89-year-old former Catholic priest was charged on Friday by the Sexual Crime Squad detectives with another 62 offences. Those charges include the ones I read out before. The offences are alleged to have happened at Inglewood and Mortlake between 1973 and 1981. Ridsdale was 2 years ago charged with other offences as part of the same investigation. They said those 24 charges relate to alleged incidents involving 2 male victims in Mortlake and in 1981 and 1982. Ridsdale will appear at Bendigo Magistrates Court on April 24th. He's currently held in maximum security Port Phillip Prison for almost 40 years for the abuse of 70 children. He's been transferred to hospital only a couple of weeks ago. He's in the secure ward of St. Vincent's Hospital with a non-urgent ailment. So who knows what that could be? Could be anything. But there's a photo of him when he was a younger Catholic priest. It's very kind of you. Hey, Cheated No More, I saw your message before. Cheated No More said here, Ping, I hope you are coming back on and we make it to the chat. There will apparently never be alerts on my phone. I will check back. Well, we made it back. There you go. We made it all back. Good to see you all out there. Oh, it is hot down here for some reason today. I have no idea why. Probably because we have a thing called the sun. Let me grab this. Hold on. Let's grab some news stories. I'm sure Trish gave you a great show tonight. She always does. Let me see if I wonder if we have anything else on the infant found Florida. Wonder if we have anything on the little infant that was found in the trash yesterday. I don't see an update, unfortunately. Sounds like they're still doing their medical examination of the child. It says remains of infant found at garbage dump, police say, but that was about 12 hours ago. Yeah, it looks like 11 hours ago there must have been some sort of update because every news channel in Florida has the same sort of update. Hold on. Let's see. What does it say? It says authorities in Florida spent hours Tuesday night digging through garbage with rakes, tools, and their hands looking for human remains. The search began after a worker at the Solid Waste Authority's renewable energy facility in West Palm Beach found what they believe are the remains of an infant. After making the discovery, the stunned worker alerted others at the facility and called 911. The suspected remains were found on the facility's tipping floor, which is where garbage trucks come and dump their loads. Once the load was cleared away, the remains were found. Police said the remains belonged to an infant but did not give any more information about the child. Detectives are now working to identify the infant and find out how the remains wound up in the garbage. Detectives said they're learning about which trucks brought the remains in will help narrow down the person responsible. They also said they will use DNA and genealogy to identify the child. Let's see if this has anything about it.
West Palm Beach police spent hours Tuesday night digging through garbage with rakes, tools, their hands, looking for human remains. This is the Solid Waste Authority's renewable energy facility on Jog Road. It was here at around 5:30 p.m. A worker found what they believe to be the remains of an infant.
That stunned worker alerted people at the facility. They called 911.
We found possible human remains on our tipping floor.
The tipping floor, that's where garbage trucks come and dump their load. Once the load was cleared away, the remains were found.
Detectives believe that the remains that were recovered belonged to an infant. As far as exact age and type of body parts, they're not releasing that.
Detectives now need to figure out who the infant is and how that infant wound up in the garbage. First step, review all the surveillance video from the facility.
To track the movement of trucks coming in to see if they can identify what truck could have brought these remains in. And from there, the investigation will work backwards into what was that truck's route.
And once they know where the truck came from, they hope that narrows down who's responsible for putting the child in the trash. Jackal says detectives will also use DNA and genealogy to try to identify the infant.
How very sad. The fact that there could be a woman out there who is in need of medical attention after giving birth to a child is concerning. It really is. There could be a lady out there who is in desperate need of some attention from doctors, and sounds like she may be scared to come forward. I'm guessing this infant is not very old, maybe days old, hours old. I wouldn't believe it was I don't think we're talking about a 2-year-old or anything here. I think we're talking like a little baby. It says here, no, it doesn't. It doesn't say there. Let me just check. There was an update 11 hours ago. KSNB News, NBC. Let's see. No, they're saying something very similar. Hold on. What about ABC? No. WLBT? No, they're all saying very roughly the same thing, apparently. Yeah, I don't have... ABC7, let's have a look. No, there's no update. Basically, I think this is going to take a while. This is going to take a while to figure out where the child came from, who the child belongs to, all those type of things. Let's check in on our Amber Alert. There was a young little boy that was missing yesterday. Oh, his name is off the list. Hold on, Amber Alert dropped. There was a little boy who was missing yesterday. Let me check the past 24 hours. Amber Alert, busy abduction. Huh. Interesting. But there's this one. Breaking Amber Alert issued for 3-month-old Langley baby. Tyler DeRocha, 3 months old, last seen with Brianne Darlene Ford. Here's an Amber Alert out of Alberni Valley. This is Canada. This is Canada. It says Langley RCMP have deployed helicopter, police dog service, and more to find missing Langley baby Tyler DeRocha, Thursday evening. Every available resource, uniform, plainclothes has been deployed. The priority is to find this little one, according to the Corporal Craig Van Herk. Search and rescue teams are searching a wide area starting from the last known sighting in the area of 208th Street and 72nd Avenue. Mounties believe the suspect, Brianne Darlene Ford, has fled on foot. Let's see, can we find more about this? Hold on. Brianne Darlene Ford. Okay, from our friends at CBC. No. Let's see if we can get a The Chilliwack Progress. I've never heard of this newspaper. Breaking Amber Alert issued for 3-month-old Langley baby, Tyler DeRocha. Let me see if I can find CTV News Canada. Here we go. Amber Alert issued in BC after alleged abduction of infant. And the suspect is the lady on the left here. The baby is on the right. It says police in Langley, BC issued the Amber Alert after receiving a report about an alleged parental abduction of a 3-month-old baby on Thursday. The infant Tyler DeRocha is believed to have been taken by his mother, Brianne Ford. She allegedly fled on foot from a home in the area of 72nd Avenue and 208th Street at some point in the afternoon. Police have determined the criteria for issuing an alert has been met, saying there are imminent concerns for the well-being of a 3-month-old child. The Langley RCMP have provided photos and descriptions of the child and his parents. DeRocha was wearing a blue short-sleeve onesie with blue camouflage pants when he was last seen. Ford was dressed all in black, according to police. She is 35 years old, 5'2" tall, and weighs 154 pounds. Her hair is brown with shaved sides and pink highlights. Well, she doesn't look like that then, because she doesn't have shaved sides or pink highlights in this photo. It says here, police are searching around the location and additional resources have been called in. They are being assisted by search and rescue crews on the ground and supported by RCMP helicopter from the air. Anyone who sees either of them is urged to call 911 immediately. There you go. There's a photo of the baby there. 3 months old. He's only a little tucker. He's only a little tyke. 3 months old. Apparently his mum has taken him for some reason. Not sure why, but that's very sad. Hey, Vegemite. Good to see you, my friend. Danny Mitchell. Oh, you got that black nor'easter up in Sydney right now. The radar is bonkers up there. It turns out he hallucinates without them. Wow, he's a very cheap person at a rave then, isn't he? Doesn't need any drugs to see the music and taste colors. Yeah, Moonlight View. I mean, Vegemite Smile. Good to see you. Danny Mitchell says, I think we all get stuck sometimes not reaching out enough. Yeah, I think we get bored and get into our own little ruts in life and feels all too hard to reach out to relatives sometimes. All right. Okay. I want to find out more about this baby DeRocha. Tyler DeRocha. Let me see if there's anything on our good friend Twitter for the baby Tyler DeRocha. Just that a BC Amber Alert has been activated in the search for a 3-month-old child. This is like minutes ago. RCMP only put the alert out 18 minutes ago. I'm going to retweet this on my Twitter at Nights with Ping. and you'll be able to see it. Actually, I can show it here. You guys can see it. Langley RCMP only put this out about 18 minutes ago. This is the Amber Alert. There's the little baby there. This is a very current, very brand new, live as we're on the air tonight. That doesn't happen very often. We're normally the one playing catch up. So that's interesting. Let's see. Tyler. City News of Vancouver. No, it's not what we want. I was trying to find you guys a video maybe of the mum. Global News in Canada. Amber Alert issued for 3-month-old Langley baby. So it's a parental abduction, Thursday, April 4. After a woman went to a home in the area, so she just said, "Can I look at the baby?" And they went, "Sure." And they went, and she just took off, I guess. I guess that's what's happened. Would be nice if they had a photo that was more resembling what she's like. She does have the nose ring, but the hair doesn't look right. Because it says here, she has brown hair with shaved sides and pink highlights. But she's got blonde hair with brown sides and not shaved. It's not shaved on the sides in that photo. It says police are searching around the area around the home. Let's see. Anything else on our friend Twitter about Tyler? CBC. Wow, emergency info in BC has put out. Okay, they're saying do not approach. Do not approach her. Make sure you call 911 if you see her. They're saying they don't want her being approached. And apparently I cannot enter emergencyinfo.gov.bc. It's interesting. Let's try again. Nope. Apparently it's only open to Canadians. Apparently they issued like a text Amber Alert. All of British Columbia Amber Alert issued by Langley RCMP. The abduction male child, Tyler DeRocha, described as 3 months old, 1 feet 10 inches tall, brown hair, wearing a blue short sleeve onesie, blue camouflage pants. Last known location is at 72nd Street and 208. The suspect is the mother, Brianne Darlene Ford. Do not approach. Call 911. Yeah. And this is the Amber Alert from Canada, British Columbia. There we go. There's some photos of him. Suspect name. He's got 2 little photos and then only one of the mum. And recommended actions. Be aware, watch for the child, suspect, and other vehicles described in the alert. Do not approach the victim or suspect. Report any sightings. Yes, report any sightings of Tyler or the mum. Very interesting. I don't think we get very many Amber Alerts from Canada. At least I don't remember seeing that many. Yes, the birth mother is missing with the child. Kathy Lynch says, I have a friend whose baby was stolen right out of the hospital. This was probably 40 years ago. They were able to track the female kidnapper pretty quickly. Well, it looks like this baby maybe was given up for adoption or placed in care because the mum was unable to care for it. She's obviously had some sort of setback or, guilt or something where she's gone and had to get the baby because she's like, well, it's my child. I want to have it. And she's obviously gone to the house and abducted her son. It is her son, even if it's not in her custody. So she is on the run tonight with her 3-month-old baby. I can't imagine what that would be like, even if you were, as the state says, unfit to look after the child, it would still be extremely hard to have to give up a baby. So the best outcome here is that they find both Brianne and Tyler in both healthy, can sort out any kind of legal issues or custody issues later on. The best thing they can do is just find them both in safe condition. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Creutzfeldt-Jakob syndrome. It's deadly. It destroys the brain fast, can shut down organs. Oh, how terrible. That's a horrible thing to have. You know what you do? Vegemite Smile. You put two relatives' names on either side of a coin, and then you flip the coin, and that's who you'll ring. And then you'll feel obligated because you're like, I can't go against the coin. I mean, the coin is, it's like a law. So you could do it like that. All right. I don't have anything more on the baby, which is a shame. But if we do get more while we're on the air, I will bring it to you. I wish we had a news report on it, but it just happened in the last hour. Yeah, last 30 minutes to 1 hour, they put out this alert in Canada. It looks like she has an Instagram account, Brianne Ford. She's gaining followers like crazy. I guess because people want to check in on it. Let me see if I can find anything. Ecom 911, and there's that text message in plain text. So if you're in the BC area, you might have got a text message about the Amber Alert, maybe even in French. It does say it does have English here and then French down the bottom. So thank you, Danny Mitchell. I appreciate it. All right, if I'm going to keep that on my alert list, if I get any more info about either of them, I'll let you know. All right. Shall we go to Muskogee County? Muskogee? I like Muskogee. The Kansas City Star. Mother shot and killed her sleeping teen kids in Oklahoma, feds say. She's sentenced. Okay. Hey, come on. There we go. Kaysen and Chloe. Please name your children with real names. I know it says Chloe and Kaysen, but please spell them correctly. It says an Oklahoma woman has been sentenced to life in prison after officials say she shot and killed her teen children while they slept. Amy Leanne Hall was sentenced to 2 counts of murder according to a March 29 news release from the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Eastern District of Oklahoma. McClatchy News reached out to her defense attorney for comment on April 2nd and did not immediately receive a response. On November 1, 2018, Hall walked into her 18-year-old son, Kaysen Toliver's room and shot him in the head while he slept. He died instantly, according to officials. Then she went into her daughter's bedroom, according to prosecutors. Hall shot at her 16-year-old and her 14-year-old daughters while they were sleeping, according to officials. Her 14-year-old daughter survived. Her 16-year-old daughter, Chloe Hall Toliver, I'm sure that's pronounced differently, was shot in the head and taken to hospital where she died 4 days later from her injuries. The crime was gut-wrenching and there is no question the sentencing is just. It is absolutely heartbreaking to think a mother could be capable of shooting her own children while they slept, according to FBI Oklahoma City Special Agent in Charge Edward J. Gray. Hall later told investigators she didn't know why she shot her children and brought up her ex-husband. She said, "Some part of me thought I was saving them," according to KWTV. Kaysen was described as courageous with a smile that gladdened hearts. Chloe loved kids and was everyone's friend. In November 2022, Hall pleaded guilty to 2 counts of murder and 1 count of assault with intent to commit murder. The horrific violence visited upon this family was unimaginable, and nothing will ever make it right, according to U.S. Attorney Christopher J. Wilson. Hold on, how long was she sentenced to? So they tell us she's sentenced, but not how long. Oh, here. An Oklahoma woman has been sentenced to life in prison after officials say she shot and killed her teen children while they slept. So they just gave her life for 2 counts of murder. Okay. Amy Leanne Hall. Let's have a look. K4 News. Let's go to K4.
Sentenced to federal prison for life.
Amy Hall pleading guilty in court to shooting and killing 2 of her children. She also admitted to trying to kill a 3rd child.
The deadly shootings unfolding inside the family home in Beggs, Oklahoma. We told you about it then. This was back in 2018.
Hall told authorities her children were sleeping when she went into their rooms and started shooting. Her 18-year-old son and 16-year-old daughter were killed. Her 14-year-old told police she heard the gunshots and ran.
Last month, a judge signed off on Hall's plea deal, sending her to prison for life. She's not eligible ever for parole.
Not eligible ever for parole. She'll live the rest of her life in prison forever. She'll basically be a walking body that'll eventually just die in
Breaking
concrete
news, a
vaults.
busy
That's it. That's it. That's her life. It's over. The state will pay for her to be a prisoner for her natural born life. No parole. Yeah. I mean, it's the ultimate crime, isn't it? To kill your own children. I mean, to kill a stranger or an acquaintance is one thing, but to kill your own children in your own home from the person who's supposed to take care of them and be their ultimate defender, that's where the no parole comes from. To No More says, I always think of Diane Downs every time I hear of a mother shooting her children. Yeah, that's true. I remember Diane Downs. I can show you Diane. I think they produced a movie on this, didn't they? It says, where are Diane Downs' children? She shot 3 of them, but 2 survived. I'm sure they produced like a movie or a show on this. It says, when Diane Downs rushed her 3 children to a hospital in Springfield, Oregon, the evening of May 19, 1983, it was a bloody scene. The story she told would change with each retelling, but the gist was the same. While driving with her kids, a stranger had inexplicably shot them. Downs had also been shot in the arm. Unfortunately, Downs' youngest daughter, 7-year-old Cheryl, was pronounced dead at the hospital. Meanwhile, 8-year-old Christy and 3-year-old Danny were still fighting for their lives. They survived, although Christy suffered a stroke and Danny was paralyzed from the waist down. Christy told police that they had been shot by their mother. According to ABC News, Downs was arrested in February 1984. 2 months later, her trial began, and somehow Downs was pregnant again. She was later found guilty and received life plus 50 years. What happened to her kids, including the child she gave birth to after her trial? Where are Diane Downs' children now? And they're saying, like, where are they? It says here, before Downs' sentencing in June 1984, she gave birth to a baby girl named Amy Elizabeth. The state took her from Downs and brought her to the Babcock family, who adopted Amy and renamed her Rebecca Babcock. Babcock is the only one among the children who has ever come forward to discuss her life and the trauma of being the daughter of a killer. She said, my childhood was of dreams, and we had every opportunity that we wanted. My parents wanted us to prosper, to learn, and to grow. The life Babcock ended up in was remarkably different than the one she had escaped. Babcock is a behavioral health coordinator for children in Salem, Oregon. She also breeds dogs. Babcock runs Capital Doodles with her daughter as a hobby that is rooted in bringing others joy. They They make sure to potty train and socialize each puppy and send them home fully vaccinated and ready for love. She says, I 100% support and encourage rescuing, but I am also grateful to supply well adjusted, loving puppies to those looking for our specialized breeds. Okay, well, she chose an interesting life. It says, why did Diane try to kill her 3 children? The prosecution alleges that Downs wanted to kill her 3 children in order to be with the married man she once had an affair with. The Washington Post reported that in unsent letters to Robert Nick Knickerbocker, Downs talked about how much she loved him. I still think of you as my best friend and lover, and you keep telling me to go away and find someone else. Maybe you should have taken the hint. She references Knickerbocker's wife, saying, it doesn't matter what Charlene says. I'm a little sad that she has convinced you that the kids would be a burden because I know it would not be true. Downs also talks about how much she adores her children. I think I love them even more than you now. Danny says he's my best buddy and I'm his best buddy. When asked about these letters, which would serve as a diary of sorts during Downs' trial, she shrugged them off as a lot of mush, something you write to a man. She also added, the reason those kids surfaced in those letters was purely by accident. I was losing interest in Nick. He was becoming too time-consuming, even for letter writing. To this day, Downs maintains her innocence and has been denied parole twice. There you go. Where is Diane Downs now? She's currently serving her sentence at the Central California Women's Facility in Chowchilla. Born on August 7th, 1955, Downs is now 68 years old. She was married to Steve Downs from 1973 to 1980, and he is the biological father of her 3 children. As for Babcock's biological father, IMDb notes that he's a reporter Downs had an affair with prior to being jailed. Ugh. A reporter, someone that was covering her case? That's very conflict of interest, isn't it? It says, like most people, you're probably wondering why Downs' kids didn't go live with Steve after the incident unfolded. It is believed that Steve Downs was not capable of caring for his children following such a disturbing event. His whereabouts are unknown, as he has managed to maintain his privacy and stay out of the public eye. There you go. So apparently it was on a special called 2020 Special Features, the daughter of mummy murderess Diane Downs. So apparently there was a 2020 where it had her daughter on it. So there you go. If you didn't know about that one, there you go. You should watch her enjoying the music in court that her kids died to. Yeah, that would be horrible. Yeah, I think there's a few of us that had shitty adoptive parents. Me, you, probably a few more. I have no idea, Danny Mitchell. Good riddance to Diane Downs. Yes, very much. She is like Susan Smith. A little bit, a little bit. Vegemite Smile says, love that book by Anne Rule about Downs called Small Sacrifices. Oh, Farrah Fawcett played Diane Downs. I don't think that's the one I saw. I saw one that was done later on, more in modern TV, not Farrah Fawcett era, not the 70s, 80s. I think it was more like mid 2000s. Not yeah, too far back for me. All right. Shall we keep going, my friends? We still have some time. Let me see what else we have. Let me close some links first. I wish I could remember that boy that was in the Amber Alert last night, though. Hold on, don't do that. Let me check my history. Amber Alert, Amber Let me see if I can find the one from yesterday. March 15th? No. Oh, Amani Cummings. Amani Cummings. Okay. Amani Cummings. Must have been found because here we go. Child found safe in Louisiana. Here. Child found safe in Louisiana after regional Amber Alert was issued for missing 23-month-old boy. That's good news. A 23-month-old boy was found safe in Louisiana after he was the center of a regional Amber Alert issued Wednesday night. The regional alert was issued for the child on behalf of the Harris County Precinct 6 Constable's Office. He was reportedly last seen on Tuesday about 6 p.m. in the 15900 block of I-45 North Freeway. In an update early Thursday morning, the alert was cancelled after the child was reportedly found safe in the Baton Rouge area, along with a vehicle believed to be involved. Precinct 6 said a suspect was being held there on a warrant and is awaiting transfer to Harris County. Well, that's good news, isn't it? Very good news. Did we ever hear about, I'm probably going to pronounce it wrong, Imani or Imani or Imini or whatever her name was? Imani Hughes or whatever? Imini. I never pronounce her name right. Let me see if I can find anything. Oh, she was found. Oh, that's good. So it says missing Houston girl. I remember that spelled E. I can't, whatever her name is, was found safe. Man arrested in connection to the disappearance. Oh, that's good news. I don't remember if we actually did this. So Tyrion Preston was detained by the police department in Columbus, Texas on Friday, March 1st, after the department became aware that missing girl, whatever her name is, I'll play the video in a second and then we'll hear the pronunciation, who an Amber Alert was issued for on February 28th, could be in Columbus city limits. Oh, that's right. They were at a gas station and then someone called it in and then he tried to run and then they tackled his ass. Now I remember. Okay. I don't know why she came up in the news reports, but there we go. It's another one that she got home safe and sound. They were worried that she was going to be in like some sort of trafficking. Yeah, no, she was found safe. That's good. Danny Mitchell knows how to say her name if Danny's here. Danny, how do you pronounce her name? Danny knows. Hold on, I'm going to put a name in chat for Danny. Danny speaks the language, so Danny can tell me. Yeah, good news is always welcome. If we can get a Amber Alert cancelled, hey, that is always a good thing. And we had a few actually. We had this one too.
Is coming from the west.
Not that one. The 1-year-old Houston boy at the center of a nationwide Amber Alert was found safe in Minnesota. I still want to know how he got to Minnesota. Noah Johnson was found in Minneapolis after being evaluated. Yeah, that was a good one too. That he was found safe and well. And then we had that one as well the other day. Oh no, that's the same one. This is the one we just had. This is Amani. Amani? Yeah, Amani Cummings. Or is it Armani? Armani? Yes, with an R. That's great news. Click to Houston. Here we go. This little guy. We had him on the news on the show last night. Amber Alert issued for missing 23-month-old boy last seen Tuesday in North Harris County, but he was found safe and well. I'm always happy to see that. Yeah, there you go. Update. Found safe. Armani. Like the clothing. Like Imani. Okay. Thanks, Danny. Thanks, Danny Mitchell. I appreciate that. Sorry, I had to fix that. My cat is she's trying to claw at the door. Yeah, she did say that earlier. How horrible. Hey Thavi, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. All right, let's see what else we've got on the ticker for tonight. Let's see what else I've got. Let's see. Something from Jonesboro. 7-year-old found walking alone in Craighead County, Jonesboro, Arkansas, April 3rd, 2024. A 33-year-old Jonesboro woman was charged with 2 felonies Wednesday after letting a 7-year-old boy walk to school alone. The Craighead County deputy was called to Craighead Road 457 on Tuesday after a man reported that a 7-year-old boy walked up to his farm shop. The man said the boy told him he was walking to Valley View School because he missed the school bus that morning. The boy said he would get into trouble at home if he missed school. Valley View Schools is more than 7 miles from Craighead Road 457. Deputy Lloyd Norman talked to the child, who said he had gotten into trouble the night before and he was forced to go to bed without his supper. He told the deputy that 2 other boys, ages 2 and 3, also live in the house. The boy told the deputy that he was also told to set the alarm to wake himself up and get himself ready for school because she wasn't going to. The boy said it was dark and he missed the bus. No one asked if he had eaten breakfast and the boy said no. The deputy gave the boy some beef jerky that he had with him. When the deputy took the boy back to his home, he was unable to get a response from the homeowner, Amber Nicole Thompson. He and another deputy entered the house through the unlocked front door and called for Thompson, but still got no response. They searched the home and found the other 2 boys asleep and located Thompson asleep in one of the bedrooms. Thompson told the deputies that it was not her problem if the boy walked to school. She said the 7-year-old was old enough to get himself up and get ready for school. Thompson was arrested and taken to Craighead County Detention Center. The State Department of Human Services came to the residence, and bruises were found on the 3-year-old boy's face, arms, back, and buttocks. Deputies talked with Thompson's husband, who admitted to swatting the boy 3 times on Sunday for lying. District Judge Dave Bowling found probable cause to charge Amber Nicole Thompson with second-degree domestic battery of a person older than 60 or less than the age of 12, a Class C felony, and first-degree endangering the welfare of an incompetent with the risk of death or physical injury, a Class D felony. Bowling set Amber Thompson's bail at $50,000. Her next court date is May 24 in Craighead County Circuit Court. Wow, that was a lot to digest. She told the boy, "You're old enough to get yourself up, feed yourself, make your lunch for the day, and then get the bus to school, or walk more than 7 miles to the school." I don't know. And then there was a 3-year-old boy at the premise who had bruises on face, arms, back, and buttocks. I mean, it sounds like the husband was whipping him. Horrible. Horrible. Don't have children if you don't want them and you don't want to take care of them. Just don't. Like, there's ways to not do that. We have the technology. We have the technology to not have children if you don't want it. It's really frustrating. It's more frustrating for people who cannot physically have children, and they see these people that abuse their privilege of having so many great little kids. It's heartbreaking to hear. It really is. And yeah. Marlene Clausen said, "I'm so tired of these children being abused." I know. It is very hard to read about, very hard. And this lady, you should be ashamed of yourself. And if you not, you should be ashamed of yourself for not asking for help. If that's what you need, then you should have asked. Instead of taking it out on the children, you should have asked for help or help for you and your husband, whatever it is. That's less shameful than what you did to your children. So, yeah, 7 miles. I don't think a 7-year-old can even walk that far, can they? Can they? I don't think so. Like maybe a mile, but 7 miles? That's a little far for a little kid. I think I'd have trouble walking 7 miles. I was getting angry at the microphone, so I punched it. No. Um, I think I'd have trouble walking 7 miles. How far is that? 7 miles equal km. It's 11 kilometers. I can't walk 11K. I just did 4 kilometers and I'm like, I'm tired. I need a nap. Like when I came in and started the show, I just did 4K, which is like 2 miles. Yeah, I did, yeah, about 3 miles, 2.5 miles or something. Yeah, 2.5. I just did 2.5 miles and I'm like, oh, I need a nap. I need like a Gatorade and like a sleep. A kid did like 7 miles, 11 kilometers. That's that's insane. Yeah. Be nice to the microphone. Hey Brenda, how are you? Yeah, and then you'd have to walk back in the afternoon. Hey Shasta. Brenda, good to see you. Yeah, no, it's a bit far, isn't it? It's the poor kid. He doesn't even understand. He's like, "Mom told me I have to walk because I missed the bus, so I have to get to school somehow." Poor little buddy. I mean, he could get killed. Like he's only little. He could get hit by a car. Someone could not see him in the dark and actually hit him. Like the school bus could actually hit him and kill him because it's not like they're expecting to see a parent there with the child, not just a child. So, yeah, I mean, let's look up this woman, Amber Thompson. Okay, Amber, we're going to look your ass up. Come on, Arkansas. Here we go.
We turn now to a crime alert. Police arrested a Jonesboro woman after they said she forced her child to walk to school by himself for not taking care of a family member. 33-year-old Amber Nicole Thompson is charged with second-degree domestic battery and first-degree endangering the welfare of an incompetent individual. On Tuesday, deputies were called to Craighead 457 Road for a 7-year-old child found walking on Craighead 476. Deputies discovered the child was trying to get to school because he missed the bus. The child said he got in trouble the night before for not watching his younger sibling. As punishment, the child said Thompson forced him to go to bed without food and told him to get himself up for school. The affidavit said Thompson confirmed to deputies that what the child said was true. Thompson's bond is set at $50,000. Her next court date is May 24th.
This isn't where Braden Erlin thought he
Sorry, here we go. What does it say? Deputies arrested a Jonesboro woman after she reportedly told them it was not her problem if her 7-year-old child walked nearly 8 miles to school after missing the bus. Okay, it's 8 miles now. So it's 12.8 kilometers. That's like a small marathon. There's like, oh, are you going to do the 20K marathon or the 12K? I think I'm going to do the 12K. I've been training since July for it. I mean, it's a child. Yeah, she didn't even try to lie about it. She's like, yeah, of course I did. Are you crazy? I make all my children walk 7, 8 miles. Isn't that what you do with children? You make them walk themselves. They're like dogs. You got to walk them around in circles. I mean, I don't know. These kind of people drive me crazy. All right, let's see if we get anything else about this woman. Come on, Amanda. Amanda Thompson.
We turn now to a crime alert. Police.
No, that's the same thing. It's really sad that he ended up at the farm shop where the owner said the child walked up around 8:20 a.m. and said that he'd missed the school bus. The boy told Norman that he was sent to bed without eating dinner the night before because he got in trouble for not watching his younger sibling. That's really sad, and it's a horrible way to instill boundaries or behavioral traits in children. Sending them to bed without supper it doesn't work. It instills resentment in the child, and you're not going to have a healthy kid because it didn't eat its food. I'd rather the kid eat the food and, not get to watch telly the next night or something. Like, depriving a child of food is the worst thing you can do. It says the child told Norman, yeah, he missed the bus. Deputies went to the child's home, found Thompson still asleep in one of the bedrooms. They said she confirmed what the child had told them. I'm glad she didn't lie. Thompson told deputies her child was old enough to get himself up and ready for school, saying it was not her problem. If the child walked to school, well, the deputies made it your problem. They charged you and chucked your ass in jail. And then the judge made it your problem by giving you a $50,000 bond. It says the Arkansas Department of Human Services spoke with the other children in the home. I wouldn't be surprised because of the first degree endangering the welfare of a minor charge that these children may actually end up either with a relative or in state care because she's going to be in jail for quite a while. And the husband admitted to slapping the other child to the point where he had bruises all over his body. So these children, I wouldn't be surprised if they end up forfeited to the state. Like, yeah, because she's not coming home anytime soon, or at least she's not due to appear in court until May. And then you have the husband who admitted to whacking one of the children. So they observed bruises all over one of the children who was only 3. So yeah, it's her problem now. You're in jail. Hey, JS the cat, how are you? I hope you're nice and dry. Coming in from Sydney, Australia. I hope you're dry because it is really raining out there. Up in Sydney, it is bad. Yeah, I can show you guys the radar. It's not actually it doesn't look as bad. It looked worse a couple of hours ago. Yeah, I can show you guys the radar. This is a radar of New South Wales and Sydney. You can see just all the rain bands coming in across the state right now. There you guys go. It's looked worse a couple of hours ago. It was really bad. Let's see, since 9 a.m. It's just like look at the rain rate. It's like over 50 millimeters in some places, averaging over 25 millimeters in other places. Yeah, flood conditions out in New South Wales right now. Yeah, rain is you're gonna have a rainy weekend if you're up in Sydney. In Melbourne, it's hot. It's hot down here. It's a sunshiny day. It's pretty nice. It actually rained for a lot of the first part of the week, but it's pretty nice now. Let's see. Do I have anything new on Veronica Butler and Gillian Kelly before we wrap up? 2 hours ago. Oklahoma News on 6. Let's have a look.
Law enforcement across Oklahoma are searching tonight for 2 women who went missing out in the Oklahoma Panhandle 5 days ago.
The OSBI suspects foul play after the SUV the women were in was found abandoned along a highway in Texas County near the Kansas state line. News on 6's Caitlin Daggs is live with the latest on this investigation. Caitlin?
Jonathan and Tatum, the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation says Veronica Butler and Jillian Kelly haven't been heard from since Saturday. The OSBI says right now they don't have any suspects and no one has been taken into custody. The missing person alert that went out for Butler and Kelly says they were traveling together to pick up Butler's children, but they never arrived. Court records show Butler is in a custody dispute involving her 2 children. The OSBI believes the women were driving from Kansas to Oklahoma, and investigators hope both women will be found safe.
We are hopeful that they are still alive, but we're going to do everything in our power to track these 2 people down as quickly as we can.
Hunter McKee says the OSBI does not believe other people are in danger.
At this time, we do not believe that the public is in immediate danger. But again, we're trying to do everything that we can to talk to as many people in that area as we can.
Investigators say they've been getting a lot of tips from people and hope anyone who knows something or sees the women will contact the OSBI.
The public, the citizens in that area have done a tremendous job of reaching out to us. They are concerned. They want these women found. They want as many answers as possible, and we understand that.
If you have any information about the case that could help, call the OSBI at 1-800-522-8017. Caitlin Daggs, Oklahoma's Own, News on 6.
There you go. Still not a lot of information. Yeah, I don't think so either, Danny Mitchell. You're so close it makes you go, ooh, yeah. Vegemite Smile says it hasn't been very heavy near Para, but consistently coming down through the rivers. Yeah, Para River will be overflowing on the weekend. I grew up in Parramatta. I went to Para High, and I went to what was it called? I went to Parramatta West public school growing up, which is just down the road from Para High. It's on the same street. You can walk from Para West to Para High in about, 15 minutes. And I grew up all around there before they redeveloped Parramatta and the station and, the Hungry Jacks underneath the bridge. I used to be around there all the time, but it's different now. I went back a few years ago and they've redeveloped all that area. It doesn't look like it used to back in the 90s and early 2000s. Looks completely different. Church Street Mall looks completely different. It just doesn't look the same anymore. But yeah, it's nice to see so many people in the chat that are from that region. I have many friends that live in that area. Many friends that live in Para or in the west near Colleton. All right, my friends, I think that's going to be it for the night. I at least wanted to come on and hang out for another hour or so. But we'll be back tomorrow night for another Nights with Ping. Tomorrow is Friday night. We're going to hang out for Friday night. That sounds good. I like to hang out for Friday night. Maybe. I used to play for the Junior Eels too in Para for rugby. So I played against Jared Hayne back when he was young. That's my close brush with fame. But yeah, we're gonna go for the night. And oh wait, hold on. Let me just check this before we go. No, but I will say thank you to Sean, Emily Narb, and Vicky K for the donations for the first show. I really do appreciate it. You guys are very kind and helps keep, the people who donate allow me to do these late shows. So thank them. People like Kathy Lynch, Laura T, all sorts of people, Vicky K, Danny Mitchell, Sean A, like heaps of different people. Those are the people that you can thank for the late shows because they allow those to happen. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. And yeah, tomorrow night, 9 p.m. again, 9 p.m. Don't be late. I'll be watching. Okay. All right. Love you all. Peace out. This way. Peace out. See you later. Bye.